Thanks for tuning in to Inside Shakeology with Darin Olien and our special guest, Tony Horton.
Hey, that's me.
And I'm Sandy Buadana, and we're talking about how to be stronger every day, even on the road. So we know that eating healthy while traveling can be challenging. So what do you do when there's restaurants? How do you do that when you're traveling? How do you eat healthy?
Yeah, I mean, it is tricky. I think restaurants are, obviously asking locals, right? If you're in a big city, you ask them. If, sometimes I'm in the middle of nowhere and you still ask, so you have to make sure that you're asking credible people and get a lot of opinions on that, and then you show up. But I think it's also important to ask when you're at the restaurant. At least I look for indicators, right? So if I look at the salads, I'm like, okay, well, this is a pretty decent salad. I'll have them keep off for me. I'll have them keep up the cheese and maybe see if they have olive oil or whatever. But you modify, and don't be afraid of getting, modifying what they have. And then, every morning, certainly when I'm traveling and intense traveling, every morning I know I prepare the Shakeology and I boost it and Shakeology and all that stuff. So I know at least I'm getting that.
You have your routine.
Exactly. And sometimes in the middle of nowhere, there is no restaurant and we're snacking on nuts and seeds. And then there's been many a times where I've had to just hit Shakeology again at night because there's just not an option. So
you don't leave home without it.
Definitely not.
Yeah, that's great advice, Darin. I mean, here's the thing. If you're going to go out during the day, like I was just in New York City a while back and with my wife, and I have a little day pack, right? I have my wallet in there, and I have extra cash in there, and I have my Shakeology packet in there.
It's like emergency pack, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, right. So because, you don't know where you're going to be.
First aid.
And you walk into some place, and you're starving to death, and there's a 45-minute wait because you didn't make a reservation.
Exactly.
Right?
That's
So
true.
I'm there, I got my nutrition. What about you?
Yeah.
You're the one
Yeah.
starving to death looking for candy bars, So
Exactly.
that's really important. But the one expression that means a lot to me is ask for what you need. Because, you said it, you touched upon it, but walk into that restaurant knowing that you've got to eat fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats, whether it be paleo or vegan or flexitarian or whatever it is. And don't assume that whatever you see on the menu is something that you have to have.
Exactly.
Because sometimes you're hunting for the healthiest thing, but then you see kale there, and you see brown rice there, and you see chicken there, but they're not on the same plate. So you
Exactly.
say to the waiter, and I'm a goofy dude anyway, so I try to make it fun. I say, hey, look, you know what? I know that your service has a lot of reflection on your tip, my friend. So I'm going to treat you right if you treat me right.
Perfect.
I can't eat a lot of these things. Can you merge these things together?
Exactly.
And 9 times out of 10 they'll do it for you, and the
Big
other
time.
times they don't. Well, then maybe it's time to have a
So I
party
should go
in
out
your
with
mouth,
you. Because when I should go out with you because when I say, can you put the dressing on the side or not dressing at all, and my husband will just say, man, you're picky. And it's like, I just want what I want.
Yeah, you want what you
Exactly.
want.
And
And that's okay. I think that's okay. You can do
Yeah.
that at McDonald's. You can do that at a 5-star restaurant. You can do it anywhere.
Exactly.
It's just having a purpose that is so strong and understanding that every morsel matters.
Absolutely.
And when you're on the go and you don't have those options and you don't have a Shakeology packet with you, you blew it. So next time you'll do it.
Exactly. And I think that's a big point, though. I mean, the social,
the stigma.
yeah, well, it's
Yeah.
like your family or friends and they think you're picky, but it's like, listen, if you're convicted to yourself and your
right.
health, then it doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah.
let them say whatever they want, but at the end of the day, you're taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
And at least you're doing that with a little adversity, and that's a good thing to do.
It's not picky to be picky. It's picky to be healthy.
Exactly.
Picky, it's all semantics, It's just asking for what you want and what's important to you, because I used to be somebody who would just think, oh, there's nothing here, and then I would just end up getting something horrible and then feeling terrible later and not being able to sleep well, waking up with dry eyes. I don't know what it was,
Exactly.
but now I just make sure that. And it's teaching people to get into that rhythm of actually communicating with your waiter or waitress. They're there to help you. They want a decent tip. And so if you make it fun and light, and if your friends at the table give you a hard time, and you just say, well, I don't know, but it seems to be working.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do what I'm going to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thanks for joining us on Inside Shakeology.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome. Hey, so for more information on this topic, you can check out Inside Shakeology audio podcast on iTunes.
And for all things Shakeology, make sure you subscribe to the Shakeology YouTube channel. And if you have any topics that you want us to cover on Inside Shakeology, send an email to shakeologypanel@beachbody.com.
Cool.
Nice.
That's it.